Give us 60 minutes and we'll give you Nelson Radio every Saturday from 2 to 3 p.m. on KTLK AM 1150. With 29 years in the mortgage business and an array of top-level guests visiting the show, Nelson is in a unique position to bring you cutting-edge information on real estate, business, finance, and law. If you have any questions for Nelson or any of his guests, give him a call at 888-888-2136. That's 888-888-2136. Or check him out online at nelsonradio.com.
Nelson Radio.
Welcome back to Nelson Radio. I'm with my guest host, Michael Fell, recognized as an industry leader and recently recognized as one of Orange County's top 5 criminal defense attorneys for 2013, correct?
That's right. It was a great call when I got that last week. So
2 years running?
The plug. 3.
3 years running. Top 5 criminal defense attorneys. That's a fantastic designation, and you do great work. So I'm glad you're getting the recognition you deserve. Well done.
Nelson, appreciate that.
This segment brought to you by Best Chauffeured, worry-free and on-time limousine transportation services. A great company to work with. They get you there worry-free and on time, and really the biggest segment of their business about corporate transportation, corporate events, airport transportation. If you need any kind of transportation, all you need to do is text the word limo to 313131, and Mike and I want to hear from you as well. You can reach us direct at 888-888-2136, 888-888-2136, or connect with us on the web at nelsonradio.com. Mike, we're talking about the comeback, and in your world, that's potentially post-conviction, maybe just surviving the legal proceedings, but it's evident in all of our lives having the comeback. In my world, it's about the real estate recovery.
Yep, and absolutely. And I have clients all the time. They've either been arrested, they're being investigated, or maybe I meet them after they've been convicted. Whether it's a misdemeanor or a felony, they think their life is over. And especially if it's a felony, which is the most serious of cases, they think their life is over. But actually, there's a huge comeback, and many people have made that comeback. Under the penal code, they allow, if somebody has successfully completed their probation, they can potentially go back to court, withdraw their plea of guilty, even if it's a felony. Withdraw their plea of guilty, enter a plea of not guilty, and get their case dismissed.
I've got a whole list of things I need to do all of a sudden.
Exactly. Well, you've always been my best client, Nelson.
Yeah, perfect.
But, when we're talking about comebacks, a lot of people, unfortunately, they bury their head. They think, I'm unemployable. I can't live where I'm going to live. I better move out. Not true. If you can turn around, if you can have that comeback as the law looks at it, in the law's eyes, many times you can earn that dismissal. So again, if you're out there and you have that issue, call a criminal defense attorney in your area, talk to them confidentially. Most, including myself, will give that free consultation. It's worth your time and maybe get you on that comeback trail.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's shift gears and focus on the economic recovery. We all have experienced the Great Recession. And on the legal side of things, Sonia Lister from Jackson, DeMarco, Titus, and Peckinpah.
Very good.
Yeah, I just love saying that name. She's with us. Sonia, welcome to the program.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
And thank you for correcting Nelson on your senior partner's name.
Absolutely.
Obviously, with the building community, you've seen now how the builders have come out of a very, very difficult time. It's been a swath of damage that's been cut by this recession, but you're now seeing from the legal perspective the community coming back, the development community coming back with some vengeance.
Yeah, absolutely. All throughout California, too. Really seeing a lot of strong growth and everything going on there. Yeah.
Now, as you see these builders, I'm assuming you're seeing them start to develop again, and taking advantage of the rising, if you will, economy, allowing them to do so. What type of issues are you seeing that arises out of the rush to build again?
I think you're absolutely right. It's moving very fast, and I think that's probably the biggest issue for builders to really focus on. There's a lot of opportunity out there. There's a lot of competition, but it's really important to stay smart and remember those lessons from the last 4 years. Do your due diligence. Really get a good team together internally. Also, your legal team.
Well, of course, your legal team.
Exactly. And so I think that's really important to just stay smart and not get too excited. But remember, what you learned.
I think that's one of the biggest challenges because you're always being requested to be up on the hurry-up offense. And in construction terms, it's measure twice, cut once. Is there an equivalent there in terms of being able or requesting from your developers, hey, slow down, we have to do this right?
Yeah, we experience that every day, especially probably for the last year. We have Spring Robinson here from our office as well, and we deal with that every day, and it's really important to make sure we're really direct with our clients to make sure that they are mindful of all the issues that are going on and not just so much the bottom line, which is obviously very important. But our success is our client's success, and we want to make sure that they are successful, and we want them to be smart. So that's why we're here.
Do you see the big differences between the exuberance maybe that was in the building community pre-2005 versus what you see now? Is it back to that exuberant state, or is it more measured?
I think it finally is back to that exuberant state, but definitely people are very cautious and smart. That's the word I think they need to use. But certainly the optimism has turned into excitement, and people are out there, builders are out there going for it, and it's great to see. It's really great to see for our state and for our local community, too.
Absolutely. I'm excited to have you with us. This is Sonia Lister with Nelson Radio with my guest host, Mike Fell. This segment brought to you by Best Chauffeured. If you need any transportation, all you need to do is text the word limo to 313131.
Sonia, let me ask you this. You and I talked a little bit before the show. We were talking about the whole concept of staying ahead of the competition while staying smart. And you listed that as a challenge when it comes to the builders and potentially the potential clients that you may be representing. What does that mean to them, and what kind of advice can you give?
Well, I think that what they really need to do is not so much slow down, because obviously there's too much opportunity, too much competition out there, but really do their due diligence on properties and do as much as they can even before they enter into the deal. The more you can learn about a project, the more more ahead of the game you will be, and so that's really important to do. And so that's what I would recommend.
And you use that word due diligence. So help us out there from a legal perspective when you're talking about the due diligence. What specifically are you talking about?
You're talking about land use issues, wetlands issues. You're talking about entitlements and where things are. There's a lot of projects that are coming back on that have been on the shelf for the last 4 years. And things can change over those 4 years. Regulations can change. What you thought you had 4 years ago may not be the same today. So it's really important to understand the project and understand what's changed and how that might, and most importantly for our builders, change your costs and your pro forma.
And my understanding is that if developers contact your firm, you can do a lot of these checks with them to make sure that their due diligence has been done, not only with their company, but from a legal aspect.
Absolutely. I think the greatest thing about Jackson, DeMarco, Titus, and Peckinpah is that we have a full-service real estate department, from transactional acquisition to land use to subdivision work. So from the moment you identify a property to the moment you sell a home, we can be there to help.
I think that you obviously have a great presence in the real estate community with your firm. Let me switch gears, because I always like to look at the philanthropic side, the giving back side, and you're heavily involved with Homemade. Tell us about that.
Yes, I have. I've been involved with Homemade since I was a young lawyer, actually, in 1992. Been on the board since '98. But Homemade Orange County is an outreach from the building industry. About 25 years they've been around. They've built 50 homeless shelters in Orange County, and their goal is really to end homelessness for as many of the homeless in our community as possible. And they've done a great job. 50,000 have been served. It's really quite remarkable.
Well, and it's wonderful that you're out there and obviously servicing your paying customers, but I know we appreciate, and we actually had a show on this, on giving back, but we appreciate the fact that you're also going out there and you're helping the less fortunate. So Thanks for sharing that with us.
Thank you very much.
Great counsel. Thanks for being with us. That's Sonia Lister from Jackson, DeMarco, Titus, and Peckinpah. And we're right here broadcasting from the Lion Air Museum over on John Wayne Airport, surrounded by the vintage aircraft of World War II through the Korean war conflict, and it's an incredible display of that generation of aviators and just the generation of men and women that came out of that era. Fantastic stories to hear. This brought to you by our sponsor, Best Chauffeured, worry-free and on-time transportation services worldwide. With any transportation needs, text the word limo to 313131. You can also contact us for more details or questions about our show. Reach us direct. 888-888-2136. That's 888-888-2136. We'll be right back with the CEO of the Building Industry Association, Dave Shepard.
Nelson is a licensed lender under the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 331060.
This is Nelson from Nelson Radio, and it's important that we talk about a very serious issue. We had bad lending practices that led to the mortgage meltdown, but now we've got the challenge of deplorable customer service coming out of the meltdown. Bottom line, getting a new loan can be like pulling teeth without Novocaine. I've got the solution. Academy Mortgage and my team are injecting into the industry real performance and real accountability. Here are the facts. Appraisals in less than a week. Rate guarantees that can improve if the market goes down. Purchase transactions with our market-exclusive close-on-time guarantees and refinance transactions in as little as 30 days. Who would have thunk? Guaranteed rates and guaranteed performance from your mortgage lender. Call me, Nelson, an accountable loan expert for nearly 3 decades. Direct at 888-888-2136. That's Nelson at 888-888-2136. 888-888-2136 or at strongcreditrewards.com.